Hello, today I'm going to be sharing with you the 3 stages of business growth within your bridal or beauty business. And I'm also going to share with you how to overcome them. But first, let me start by sharing that this is a pre recorded live stream. I am not exactly here with you live, but I want to encourage each and every one of you to lean into this training and lean into it like I would be here in the room. I will be coming back to the comments. So, whenever you are sharing anything in the comments, as you're giving me feedback from what's coming up for you, because obviously I love when you engage with me in my world, it lights me up. Share with me what's coming up for you in the training because I will be coming back into the group. It's just that I'm not recording it live because I am currently, at the time of you watching this, in the US. Actually, I'm in the New York City. I try to process it as we speak. Okay, so today's training, I'm going to help you to identify what stage of business that you are currently in and identify what are your current challenges and how you can overcome it. This is one of the biggest questions that I get asked is, what is my best next step? Or I don't know what to do next. But I mean, I've got to be very real with you is that every stage in business brings a new challenge to overcome. And growth happens in the discomfort. So if you're not willing to lean into the discomfort, then you won't grow beyond there. Just have a moment to yourself and actually think, when has there ever been a moment where you have created something that you never thought was possible? And how uncomfortable did you feel in that moment before it happened? How uncomfortable did you feel in that moment where you're like, I'm freaking out? Think about the first time you rocked up to a bride's house to do their hair or their makeup for a wedding day. And how did you feel in that moment? That discomfort, what did it feel like? That fear, what did it feel like? The doubt, what did it feel like? Do you have that now? Do you actually have that same fear and doubt right now? Or have you overcome it? Do you look back on that moment and you're like, wow, look how far I've come? It is the same for business. Leaning into the discomfort, leaning into your goals, no matter the discomfort, is the exact reason why you will create it and achieve it. And when you do create it and achieve it, you will feel so much more empowered and you will feel so much more comfortable because you have propelled beyond your safety or your limitations and you've propelled beyond the doubt and the fear and the insecurity of it's not possible, you can't do it, who am I to do it? And you've created evidence that it is you are capable of creating it and evidence that you can do it. The same level of discomfort that you had when you knocked on the door of your very first bride is the same level of discomfort that you will experience when you are doing something new that you don't yet feel confident in. And that is the same for business strategy. Every stage of business growth comes a new up level, a new next level, a new challenge, a new level of discomfort to break through. I would be lying if I sat here and said that I never experienced the discomfort. I would be lying if I sat here and said I felt confident even holding these weekly live trainings in the Bridal Beauty Bosses community. I felt confident right from day one when I held my first masterclass. I would be absolutely lying. The only reason why I now feel confident to lead these trainings or these weekly conversations or my monthly masterclasses or any experience in my world for that matter is because I am consistently showing up and doing the thing despite the fear, despite the doubt, despite the insecurity, despite the sheer fear that I have of judgment. I am still here having this conversation. In fact, I am recording this conversation so that my commitment to my community and my commitment to each and every one of you doesn't falter because I'm not available at the time that I would normally show up. So instead of allowing my fear or my doubt or the discomfort or the uncomfortable feeling of like, oh, how can I actually make this work when I'm in America, in New York? I'm like, how can I make this work whilst I'm in America and New York? It's possible. And so it's about breaking through the discomfort, breaking through the next stage in business, breaking through that same cycle so that you can propel into having the confidence to create it. Remember the conversation I just had with you around knocking on the door of your first bridal client's hair or makeup appointment for their wedding day? How did you feel? How do you feel now when you're knocking on the door of your client's wedding day? Does that feeling of anxiety or fear or doubt or insecurity, I'm not good enough, I'm going to fuck it up, does that ever come up in your mind? It is the exact same thing for business strategy. It is the exact same thing when you are overcoming the next stage in business and you are leveling up. The exact same. It's about giving you the permission to lean into that discomfort, because on the other side of that discomfort is so much more growth. I would actually argue that if I feel the discomfort, I know that I'm about to go through a massive growth, and I now welcome it. So I'm going to share with you the 3 stages of business for a bridal and beauty business owner. The first stage is when you are desiring to become fully booked and you want to create 5 to 10K months, where you want to become fully booked, where you are known, people are coming to you, they want your services, you have an incredible online presence, and you also have an incredible sales experience that actually converts. The idea is to lead a stranger into becoming a client. That is the goal to becoming fully booked. The only way you can become fully booked is that you are seen, you are known, you are booked, you are paid, you become fully booked. So at this stage of business, your goals are perfecting your expertise, so that people, when they see you on social media, you are stopping the scroll and you are like, boom, she's fucking incredible. Do you really feel that way about your work right now? I'm not asking the disempowered version of you. I'm not asking the one that's going to critique her work. I'm asking the woman who absolutely knows that she's incredible. When she looks at her work, does she feel incredibly confident, or do you feel like there's a layer that's like, I need more training? Is there a gap in your expertise? I'm not asking the disempowered woman. I'm asking the woman who knows that she is fucking incredible. Can she sit down and have an honest conversation with herself? Does she feel like there is a gap in her expertise? Do her clients actually say to her that she is fucking incredible? Because when your client says to you that you are fucking incredible, let that land. Let that land. Now, the other goal of reaching 5 to K months is that to bring brand awareness. To bring brand awareness comes with your marketing and sales strategies. How are people finding you, and how are you converting them from a stranger to a client? These are your marketing and sales strategies. It's one thing to post a photo to Instagram and then repurpose that photo to Facebook and consider that as your marketing done. But there's a very real reality that today in 2023, that those strategies of posting a photo to Instagram is not the only strategy that you can use to get seen, get known, get booked, and get paid so you become fully booked. The goal of marketing and sales is to lead a complete stranger into becoming a client of yours. So if your marketing, as in your content, is not converting, you are missing out on one incredible opportunity of even converting them into becoming a client. If they are not in your sales experience, as in they haven't even inquired with you, you have zero chance of actually converting them into becoming a client, because your social media marketing didn't stop the scroll. There was something about your content that didn't convert. So the more clarity that you have with marketing and sales strategies, and the more strategies that you're implementing in your business to get you seen, get you known, get you booked, and get you paid, the closer that you will be able to show up with intention and strategy and purpose that will get you results, that will ensure that you are fully booked ASAP. So the goal of reaching 5 to 10K months consistently is to become known, to be seen, to be booked, and to be paid. And so to get those results and to become fully booked, and how to overcome that, I'm not booking clients, there are gaps in my books, there's no clients inquiring with me, there's nobody engaging with my content, none of my content's actually converting. If any of these challenges are actually landing for you, if you have a very real fear that you're posting photos and it's not getting results, if you have a very real fear that there is nobody booking your services, but you desire to be fully booked and you're not ready to give up on your business because your staying power is actually your power, and your staying power is where you will get the results, and your staying power is where you will access everything that you desire, what you need to look at are your marketing and sales strategies. How are you converting absolute strangers scrolling Instagram into becoming an inquiry? And then how are you converting them from an inquiry into becoming a client through your sales strategy? Your marketing and sales strategies are non-negotiable in the early stages of business, and that will be the reason why you become fully booked. That will be the reason why you create consistent 10K months. Now, this is exactly what I help you to create in Six Figure Empire. This program will change everything for you, and you will create your first 100K in business. You could even create 150K, 200K with the strategies that I'm teaching you in Six Figure Empire. These strategies are extracted from my expansion mastermind. These strategies are extracted from 10 years of having a bridal and beauty business. These strategies do get results. These strategies are the reason why we book 33 new brides in January alone, in less than 16 days, with no paid marketing, no advertising, nothing. Just these exact organic strategies to get more exposure, more visibility, and more eyeballs on your business. Now, in the next stage of business is when you're going into 10 to 15K. And so that is when you are wanting to create the most incredible client experience, where your goal is not to become fully booked, because that you've ticked that box, but your goal now is because you would reach a cap, like a glass ceiling. And the goal now is to propel beyond that glass ceiling. Well, when your time is capped and your money is capped, it's very hard to propel beyond that, unless you have a scalable business model, which would mean that you would have a team. If you do not have a team, then your income is capped. So the way to double your revenue whilst not working any more hours and remaining the same level of number of hours, the same level of clients, the same level of fully booked, is to create a luxury brand that absolutely stands out, to elevate your client experience, to create the most unique brand and client experience that stops the fucking scroll. This is when you actually need to show up and market with so much more intention, so much more strategy, because absolutely, if you 2x your revenue by increasing your prices and creating a luxury brand and then elevating your client experience, you need to know how to market your brand. You need to know how to market your services. You need to know how to market your packages. You need to know how to convey the absolute value of you and your brand, your expertise, and your experience. Posting a pretty pic to Instagram won't cut it if you are a luxury brand. When you create a luxury brand, you will create a brand that will stand out, that clients will become obsessed with. But when you 2x your services and your prices and your packages to increase your revenue, to propel beyond your current glass ceiling, you will need to take your marketing and sales to a whole new level. The way you can do that is with processes, systems, and automation so that you can get back 10 hours of your time each week. So that not only are you creating the most incredible luxury client experience that your client is absolutely obsessed with, that you're obsessed with, that aligns so deeply with who you are at your core and your point of difference and your uniqueness, that you then take your marketing and sales to a whole new level and really demand space in your industry and community and really showcase your whole value. You then implement the systems to create the most incredible client experience, to automate the most incredible client experience. And guess what? It actually takes your business to the next level. It is the key to creating more growth and more revenue and more time in your business. And I will argue till I am blue in the face that systems are the reason why you are not propelling beyond 10 or 15K months. Because the amount of time that you are spending on your admin, supporting your fully booked business, you will be absolutely at a minimum spending 10 hours each week. 15 hours each week. I would argue it could be part-time. When our business we had 6 stylists and I had all manual systems. Between myself and my VA, we had 25 hours between us doing admin. When we implemented the systems, this shifted everything for us. We were then able to get back 10 hours of our time. I don't even manage our admin. My team manage it for us. And that is within 5 hours each week. It's a big week if my beautiful Nick spends more than 5 hours. Implementing the systems not only creates the most incredible client experience for your brides or your clients in the salon, it enables a higher conversion in your sales experience because it makes it effortless and high level value, high level connection, high level communication. Everything is high level. Think of a luxury brand. Think of luxury brands and how they are positioned differently to the community. They think of all the little extras and then they create the experience to support their clients' exact needs because they know their clients so intimately. It's through creating a luxury brand and elevating your client experience and then up-leveling your marketing and sales with processes, systems, and automations, you will take your business to the next level. You will double your revenue without even working extra. You'll actually get back more time because your systems are in place to give you back 10 plus hours each week. So whilst your business is growing, your admin is reducing, which gives you time and money freedom. Because if you don't invest that admin time into growing your business, or if you don't invest it into offering extra services to your clients, and then you can find an extra $1,500 that way, you'll also then have the opportunity to spend more time with your family to create that lifestyle balance that you got into business for in the first place. So if you found yourself at a point where you are fucking done with this shit show of getting to emails and inquiries and you're like spending every single evening trying to get to those emails, or worse, you're not even getting to them at all and it takes you 4 weeks to respond to a client and you spend 2 hours responding to the client and offering her the quote and the proposal or the contract and everything else for her to then respond to you and say she's already booked someone because it's taken you so long. This is the way to overcome your current problem and to propel beyond 10K months, 15K months. Luxury brand, elevated client experience, high level marketing and sales, systems and automation. Non-negotiable if you are wanting to take your business to the next level. And this is what I help you to do in Expansion Mastermind. Now, let's take it one step further and let's talk about businesses beyond 20K. The goal of creating a sustainable and scalable business that you are creating beyond 20K months in revenue is to build a team or launch education. These are two ways that you can expand your business, increase your revenue, and create a scalable business model. A scalable business model is where you are no longer trading time for money. So you are no longer offering one-on-one services. You're transitioning from one-on-one time or money to multiple, scalable, reaching one to many. What that looks like is when you have got a team, say for example, you've got a team, you're transitioning into a scalable, sustainable business model because at any one given moment in time, you and your team can service one client, which means that if you've got a team of 6 people, then at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 people could be offering the same service to 6 different clients. If you do not have a team, then you have one-to-one, which means that only I can service one client at any one given time. So that is how you create scalable revenue. Now, the other way you can do this is to launch into education. So again, you're transitioning from one-to-one to one-to-many, because you're then able to hold workshops, events, masterclasses, retreats, online programs, anything. You are able to create anything. It is quite limitless in what you're able to create. And it's through that that you can create scalable fucking revenue of beyond 20K months in your business. Now, this is only possible if you have all of the other areas in your business set up. Your marketing, your sales, your branding, your client experience, your sales experience, your processes, your systems, your automation, your team. Because I'm going to be very real with you, is I actually created my education before I had done any of that. And that is why I'm here having this conversation with you. Because one of the biggest challenges that I had, which pushed me to a point of burnout, was that my Elegant Edge business actually suffered whilst I was trying to grow my education business, and I didn't do either well because I didn't have the systems in place to support the growth of my Elegant Edge business, which meant that if I was not in Elegant Edge doing the work, I was over here doing the work for my education, which meant that I was never there. And if I don't have systems, teams, processes in that business, in Elegant Edge, supporting the business day to day to continue running, to continue converting, to continue booking new clients, then ultimately, if I'm not in there, it's not working. So I then created a business that was supportive on its own so that I can invest my time into my education. So I would argue that the only thing you should be doing if you are wanting to build a business or build a team or launch into education is your systems, your teams, your processes, refining your client experience, refining your sales experience so that you're creating automated sales so that anybody who's landing on your social media is converting into becoming a client and you have a minimum of 50% conversion. Once you've got all of those beautiful pieces in your business of the puzzle, the business puzzle, finalized and refined, that is an incredible time to lean into building a team, because the most incredible thing about systems and processes and teams is that the more you invest in your team, the more your team grows, the more bookings they have, the number of bookings increases. You'll go from 100 brides to 200 brides, 100 brides to 300 brides. It'll just continue growing, right? That's the goal of a sustainable, scalable business model. But it's not very sustainable or scalable if you don't have systems in place to support you and your team. Which means that if your systems are not in place and you're struggling to support 100 clients, what would life look like if you are supporting 300 clients? What would life look like if you're supporting 400 clients? Your current admin and inquiries and emails will literally 3x or 4x every time your team grows. So if you don't have the systems in place to support that, then you will crash, you will burn, it won't look good. It will not be pretty. Spoken from real life experience here. The same goes for launching education. If you're going to lean fully into education, you're basically creating a complete new business model, which means that you have to build a new community, a new audience to launch your program, to launch your events, to launch your education too. Yes, right now you might have some of the community in your world, like right now in your following, but there's a very real reality that they're probably not going to buy from you. There's a very real reality that you actually need to go back to beginning to start and launch your business, because effectively you're actually starting a new area of business. Your current audience, who are probably brides or clients for beauty services, will more than likely not be willing or interested in buying your hair or makeup workshops. Unless you were targeting the everyday woman, different story. But if you're targeting hair or makeup, then the only people that you have currently in your audience are your existing community. Now, really ask yourself, are your existing community the ones that you think would be truly willing to actually learn from you, that are truly willing to buy from you and invest in you to learn an expertise? Or is it more than likely you need to start from the beginning and start to build up that brand awareness, to start to build up more potential leads, more inquiries for your education services and programs? When you are launching education, it's not so much about I'm creating a course and I'm going to post a photo on Instagram and that's my marketing done. The way that you will create successful launches is to build your community and create a launch strategy that will create wildly successful launches. There is so much to launching education successfully. And building a team and leading your team and building the systems to support you and your team, and building the systems so that you can lean into your education and grow your education baby, and your business, your bridal business, is still supported by your systems. That's a non-negotiable. That's a non-negotiable for being able to rapidly grow your business without sacrificing your existing business model, without sacrificing your client experience. Because I'm going to be very real with you. When you can't get to an email and you're overwhelmed and burnt out, what is the energy that you're responding to that client with? If you're even responding. When you're trying to invest everything into your education and you're like, full body fuck yes, this is happening, I'm so excited, I'm lit up by this. And then you see a bridal inquiry come through or an email for a question, you're like, oh my God, please, just not one more question, I can't be fucked. I'm like, I'm done. What is the energy that you're responding to your clients with? What is the energy that you're responding to your inquiries with? That energy of who you are being will either repel or become magnetic. Be mindful of your energy, because be mindful of your state. Be mindful of the support that your business actually offers you, because that will affect how you're showing up for your clients. That will affect how you're showing up for your sales. That will affect how you're showing up for your marketing. The embodiment strategy of who you are being will absolutely amplify your business strategy. So if you don't believe that it's possible, or if you don't believe that you're incredible, if you don't believe that you've got what it takes, if you don't believe that you're worthy, if you don't believe that you're smart enough, if you don't believe that you're good looking enough, if you believe all of the things, the stories that hold you back, that will be present and that will be evident and that will feel into your marketing, your sales, your content. And it will affect your conversion, and it will affect you getting the results that you want in your business. I help you to overcome all of that in Expansion Mastermind. Now, before we wrap this up, if you would like more clarity on where you are in business, and you want clarity on what your best next step is, I want to invite you to book in for a complimentary business audit, and I'll leave the link below. But this will be your hack to overcoming the overwhelm, your hack to overcoming your current challenges, your hack to gaining that clarity that you need so you can move with intention and purpose, so that you can get the results that you want in your business. There's no difference between you and I. So if I can create it, you can create it too. And I hope this conversation has helped you to see that there are challenges in business, but there are ways that you can overcome it. There are challenges in business that you can overcome, absolutely, because I overcame them too. There is so much growth on the other side of being in discomfort. And it's that growth where you are up leveling, next leveling the stages in business. I hope this training has helped you, beautiful, and I'm just so excited to watch you grow.